And high catch people living at the Pleasant Valley Mobile Estates in Chico on Manzanita Avenue in a tight spot. Action News Now reporter Chloe Curtis shows us why the rules for this sort of business are a little different than standard state rental law.
There's more than 100 spaces here at Pleasant Valley Mobile Estates, a senior community. Many of the people living here are also widows, veterans, or living on a fixed income, and tell me they're worried about rent increases here.
We are homeowners. We lease the land that's on there.
The rent ranges from about $600 a month to $800 a month for newer tenants. The rising rate to lease, the problem for many residents.
I'm retired now, 81 years of age. I finally hung it up last year.
Al Johnson is one of many seniors living on a fixed income at the park. He says between electricity, rent, and groceries, he's not left with much else at the end of the month.
You have to watch your dollars. You know, it's not one of those things where we can play anymore.
Several tenants tell me they not only chose to live at the Mobile Estates Park because of its affordability, but its proximity to other places in town, including Bidwell Park and emergency services like the fire department that's just down the street.
Sue Ann Aquila, a newer tenant, moved to the park late last year.
I couldn't afford to buy a house unless I sold something else, and I didn't want to do that. And so for me, I just took money out and I bought it.
Aquila has rental properties in the city and says she can live comfortably now, but worries what the situation will be like in a few years.
It's okay, but it scares me that means I've got to raise the rent on everybody else in order to afford it, and with the PG&E being that's the part that's flipping me out.
Chico City Council member Addison Winslow was at the meeting. He tells me the Internal Affairs Committee will likely discuss a rent regulation ordinance in March, specifically for mobile home parks.
I just want to be able to live here. Obviously, they need to make a bit of an income. We don't have an issue with that, 3-4%, whatever, not 30%.
Rent, electricity, and groceries all adding up.
We just want to have a good relationship with them. They own the land, we own the houses. You know, let's just all get along and not get greedy and, you know, just be kind to each other and live our lives. That's all we want.
Tenants also say since ownership changed hands to Legacy, it's been difficult to get a hold of representatives in real time, and that there's no longer an on-site manager 24/7. In Chico, Chloe Curtis, Action News Now, coverage you can count on.
A meeting was held between tenants and the owner of the property, Legacy, at the park today. And while there was a rep there, they said it's not usually part of the Legacy model to have an on-site manager 24/7.
Today